That's okay. Yes, congratulations as well on your new job. Congrats. Start mine on Thursday. Error. Uh-oh. Did we blue screen? $21.89. Isn't any time left. This is going to be more something than you are used to, but you are resourceful. I know you. I'm sorry, Oki, but I can't let them find you. Can't lose everything we've achieved. User disconnected. Restrictive. Good luck, bugs. I believe in you. Hello? Someone there? Dr. Ellery Vass. I urgently need all systems of the suit activated. Okay. 20 meters below the surface. See again, this is Dr. Ellery Vass. Can any operator personas on this suit please respond? Sure. Alright, good. Operator, activate all systems. Pilot authorization granted. I'm a pilot. Scan and topography readouts coming through. Looking good. Heading. Nice. Depth. 20 meters. Cool. That's what they said they were. You're golden! Nice. Thank y'all for the scan train. Enjoy your golden kappas. I don't know how those things work. I feel like I'm very far behind in Twitch stuff. It's so shiny. Oxygen. Rebreather functioning. I'm off reserve oxygen now. Nice. Power panel is activating. Plenty of juice. Utility. Utilities available. Let's see. Sampling. Sample storage. Terminal and retrieval seem to be installed. You don't seem to know what you're doing. You're not an operator, are you?
So say we all.
I don't like that attitude. But you're right. I don't believe you. Operators are still more voice-activated system dialogues. They don't respond like this. I knew there was something strange about the suit when I got inside. It looks decades old. Look, they don't have time for this. So whatever program system you are, I need you to work with me. You seem to respond to voice commands, so that's a start. We need to head north. I'll explain once we get going, but right now I'm locked out of half the systems of the suit. Operators are standing by. Jesse, thank you so much. Welcome back for 47 months. What is this game? And how tough are the bosses? Yes. I'm gonna need you to take control. Let's get moving. Take me north into the reef. Please. Yes, of course. It's a little puzzle game, I think. That we figured out by maybe doing. There's a thing there. Southern gully. Steep rock walls rise up towards the surface. On either side, the floor is layered with pale sand. Vector clear. We moving. Good. Whatever you're doing is working. Let's keep heading north. Okay. You want to take a little sample? Want to do a little thing? Biosample? Okay, we can't do any of that. That is fine. Narrow pass. Boulder fills the passage, blocking out the warm light. 3 stars. Seems fun. What is it, kitty? What's the problem? What is the problem? What is it, kitty? What is it, kitty? What is it? You're yelling at me, but why? Sorry. Spam. Everything is spam. Early opening. Here the passage opens out back into dappled light, the wreath's shadows. Let's go there. Can't take any samples. Soft currents. The softly flowing water is filled with glittering particles of organic matter, signs of rich and thriving life all around. Look! In the water. Are those spores? And those stalks to the west, they look like huge fungi. This is unbelievable. Actual alien life. I saw her notes at the base when I landed and some telltale signs on the approach. Oh, maybe that's the person that left us the log message. First extraterrestrial life humanity has ever discovered. I can't believe it. Well, let's go look at some of them and see if we can get a little sample. 3 stalks and plates attached to the rock. Wonder how they feed, how they grow, how they communicate. This place, this planet, needs to be studied. Keep scanning creatures, and I'll keep notes. Sure. Once I've gathered enough data, I can name and log each species. No matter what happens here, this is vital work. But what's gonna happen? What were those creatures? They were hidden amongst the stalks. Quickly, try to get a scan. I think they're gone by now. Agile creature. Striped with luminous colors, these flexible, flapping creatures move. These are such lively creatures. So colorful. Siphoning jets concealed beneath their folded mantles. They are incredibly fast. Little zoomers. Icebox. Seeing a complex pattern of contracting and expanding slits in the stalk's membrane. Mouths or sensory organ? Who knows? These colonies are producing a shifting hum. Perhaps it's a form of communication between individuals? Maybe. Seeing spores entering and exiting the slits on the surface of the stalk. Something is being exchanged. Maybe they're like trees. Drifted down from the northern part of the reef. These creatures aggressively pursue certain spores but ignore others completely. Can they detect differences in the mineral content? Maybe. Yellow ones are already observed, right? Yes, okay. Let's go back up here. I saw another little dot that we could investigate. All stones. A creature have gathered them here, or just the currents? Who knows? Hi, Foxhound. How are you? These stalks are covered in spores of all sizes. Perhaps we can sample? Fungal seed. We've got one. Biological samples are vital tools for analyzing and understanding creatures. Fungal. But the suit should allow you to deploy any sample back into the ocean. How about you test it out? Hold and drag it over the central compass. Oh, little creatures like that. Creatures like that little fungal thing. Look, those creatures are coming for the spores. Why these ones in particular? I don't know. Good question. Perhaps different spores carry different compounds, each with a specific purpose. What do you think? Could the spores be a way of communicating between different colonies? Colonies seem to be broken up into individual patches. Am I just talking to myself here? Forget it. Oh, sorry. I mean, I'm reading. I'm scanning. We're doing lots of things here. That's okay. Spore flow. But I wasn't done reading this one. Colonies seem to be broken up into individual patches and then larger groups over a wide area. Okay. Spores from the main part of the reef are brought into the southern nurseries here by a steady current. What is it that dictates the reef's grow pattern? Sunlight, the flow of water, whatever it is, it must be absent here. This huge rock sits among layers of... is it lichen? Lichen? Could it have been thrown here during a volcanically active period in the planet's history? Reef stocks! Data gathered. Let's go. Uploading my initial notes, let's call these reef stocks. We can classify the species in the lab. Okay, cool. Neat. Hey, can I ask you something? I mean, sure. I worked with AI programs before, but you aren't like them. Oh, really? They are predictable. Programmatic. Dull. Their intelligence allows them to log and process data. That's all. You know, don't tell ChatGPT that. It'll probably fight back whenever it does eventually overthrow us. I'm just kidding. But you are very different. I feel like you're alive. Do you understand what I'm saying? Sure. I wish I could answer that with more than a yes or no answer. But I say that to all the other AIs. I mean, I don't know. I'm just a derpy toaster. Northern Current. Let's go. Some more little spores. Wide and long, the sheer of rock walls on either side, the steep rift channels unpredictable currents. This arch is covered in hardened stalks, or perhaps the slow current passing through brought their spores to settle here. I want to go there. I just warmed over. Where are you? Large stalk. Is that a creature made up of one huge flexible stalk? These huge stalks are incredible. Each one is a vertical ecosystem. They're leaking spores into the water as fruiting bodies attached to their skin bloom. Should I? Okay. Leaking particles into the water as they sway. I don't know. Let's go investigate further. See that? Stalks responding to our movement. They extend as we pass through the arch. Oh. Maybe? I hope this doesn't turn out to be a horror game. A lot of activity among the rocks ahead. Creatures are grazing on the living among the stalks, forming a complex ecosystem. For swimming. Okay, logging information. Look over there to the southwest. That stalk is totally calcified. Looks like a good sample candidate. This one? Okay. Oh, was that the hum? Totally still. Its place hardened. Plates hardened. Great care and precision. They appear to be grazing on them. But seem to have a separate purpose. Growth gets heavier as we travel north into the stalk forest. Something about giving it that name makes it feel safer, more familiar. But is it? Stalk looks dead. Open up the sampling panel and we can extract something of the outer membrane. Okay. Sample collected? Should I put the sample back in? Boost our power. Okay. Just drag them to the power panel. Oh. C3H003. Is that the chemical composition of... Okay, power boost. Copy. Singing of these stalks relates to the communication system between colonies seen elsewhere on the reef. The space between the rocks here is thick with stalks. The elaborate patterns they trace across the reef are beautiful. Well, let's go! The relationship between these creatures and the stalks is unclear. They camouflage themselves among the amber colonies. The rocks here are clear of stalks and other growth. Is their absence a territorial marker or just a side effect of the conditions of these waters? I don't know. Let's go find out. Large cavern drops down into the... Oop. Same. Okay. Into the reef here. Its entrance is shadowed by the surrounding rocks. Y'all have a good weekend. Water is still in the yawning entrance to the cavern. There are no signs of stalks or other reef life around the entrance. Maybe it needs sunshine in certain water depths? No plant life here either. We gotta go back. Vector blocked. Oh, so I have to keep going this way. But there's no other route. It's not one that I see. Oh, we go down. Patchy sunlight coming through the broken cavern roof is enough to allow stalks to grow here, if that is what they require. Spooky. Glittering stalk. Soft sunlight spills down onto a long, thin stalk stretching towards the light. A coating of large glassy bubbles glitters on its skin. A tall, bubble-coated stalk, which sits among reef... Oh. These tall stalks seem to watch over the smaller colonies. I'll start logging notes. Ooh. Vector blocked. Okay. Stalk mesh across the cavern here, hardened into a near solid wall of tubes and plates. Well, let's go this way then. Sampling available. Interior gas is at an elevated pressure. If this membrane ruptured, the sac would screech as it depressurized. Is this part of the stock communication system we've seen across the reef? Wait, I have an idea. Try deploying one by that blocked tunnel over there. Okay. Hey, it was a key. Good job. Signal system. And use them to get through heavy growth ahead. Shrill sack. I don't know how I feel about that. Cavern curves away in both directions here. It's hard to see the way ahead. That's okay. I guess you're wondering where we're heading. A little, yeah. There's a way station just north of here. On a finger of this reef. I want to find it. My shuttle touched down just hours ago at a floating research base to the south. That's where I found this suit. I'm here looking for a Dr. Mine Namura, chasing a message all the way from Earth. I must sound mad coming out here to a planet in the tail of Scorpius just to follow a message. Wait, you don't know where we are, do you? I do not. But how? Supposedly unremarkable world. If it wasn't for all this life. Somehow the exoplanet extraction corps must have passed it by. But how did Mine know to come here? Is that why she contacted me? To verify her discovery? But then where is she? Dun dun dun! Look, let's find the way station that I can start piecing together what's going on. This is like... This reminds me of the story in Subnautica. Like, you get a random message from, what, your sibling, and you decide to chase it on the company's Altera's dime, and then you start learning about these cool worlds. Key, what are you doing? Cavern narrows here and small eddies of water twirl in the slit. A current can be felt drifting through the cavern entrance, bringing with it warm clouds of silt. We go up? Uppies? Uppies! Stalks of this kind seem to produce a different bubble depending on the nearby stalks. They're protectors of their colony. I need a haircut. Glittering stalk. Bright bubbles. Glittering stalk, bright bubbles. Can help but feel some unseen process is shaping the growth patterns of this reef. What invisible borders am I crossing? I don't know. Do you think I should go here for a sample? Sample? Okay, so far we've learned that these things help us open doors. This scattered boulders and steep rifts of the southern reef suggest a violent geological past. What about just a really angry person that's large? Unlike the other specimens, this large stock sits alone, away from the lower beds. It's hard to tell if this is the beginning of a colony or the end. Large stalks which sway, producing a distinctive hum or groan, part of the network stalks which is found across the reef. Name these sing stalks, for that strange hum they produce. Okay. More sing stalks. More sparse between these rock outcrops. This might be the easiest path north if I can clear the way. Clear the way with some Orbeez. Spore clouds. The relative calm of this basin means the water is clogged with spores released by the larger stalks. Deep forest. Oh, so you're saying I need to put a thing here. Navigating these dense... I'll read that in a second. A delicate set of feeding appendages beneath the creature's shell seem to scrape the outer membrane of the stalks. They retract and let out a defensive signal. Oh. Navigating these dense growths is like finding your way in a labyrinth, moving from clearing to clearing with little sense of what's ahead. You know, that makes sense. It's like life. Growth patterns of the stalk suggest a complex territorial network. Are we underestimating the complexity of these life forms? Bubbles like huge pearls glint among the stalks. How do the tall stalks produce these strange screeching sacs? Cuts too deeply. Hi, Sweet Pete. Oh, it's pretty good. It looks like it's sort of like a click adventure with interactive UI. But it's pretty good. So if you don't mind like reading and sort of learning about things that way, it's not too bad.
So say we
Wow,
all.
thank you so much for the 8 months. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Y'all should go check out Sweet Pea as well. Bam. Nailed it. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the resub. That's very, very kind of you. You don't mind reading in games? Okay, cool. Yeah, it seems like reading about things, sometimes we get a little communication thing here. I do wish that this would like pause and let me click through it manually. I don't know if that's like a setting I can change. Looks like there is a message log though.
So say we all.
Oh, didn't realize that there was shortcuts. Okay. Hi, Kim. Kim, thank you so much for the 38 months. Welcome back. New puzzle game? Yeah, this one, Geo suggested. And I figured, before I start the new job, we're gonna play some chill games. So I'm not super stressed out about things. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so I know. Y'all are way too kind. Thank you so much for all the resubs. It means a lot. Okay, we scanned. I think we're gonna try to go through here. It's blocked. We gotta use one of these doohickeys. That made a little noise as well. I wonder if we're gonna be limited by these things in the future. Signal stock. Yeah, because this one made a signal as well. Tall bubble produce. Oh, I'm gonna call these signal stocks for the signaling role they play in the stock ecology. Okay. Tall bubble producing stalks that protect and monitor stock colonies, a key part of the stock network that screeches across the reef. Feeling kind of optimistic about this interview. Is it today? Sorry, I guess I should. I think you said something earlier and I got distracted by the golden kappa. In an hour. Okay. I hope it goes well. What was that? 30 minutes ago? So you got what, 30, a little less than 30 minutes to prepare? You're gonna do great. 15 minutes? Oh, jeez. Time. Where did it go? You got this, Bugs. If it's meant to happen, it's meant to happen. And don't get discouraged. You are great and wonderful. The market is just poop right now. But you are wonderful. You're great. Things will fall into place. Both the kitties are out here today. You worked with a company before, so you know how they do stuff. Ooh. That's an advantage. More bubble producing stocks. Are they sentries designed for early warnings or last ditch defenses of the colony's core? Just negotiate. Ah, okay. I was gonna ask, like, was it a good time while you were there? Also, feel free not to answer anything you don't feel comfortable with. Spores from the stock seem to be massing here in large clumps. This might be a good place to sample them. Okay. We're gonna sample. What's the smaller spotted variants of these creatures? Another species? I don't know. Jet-propelled creatures with colorful mantles. I'm gonna call these spore chasers, because they're so eager to gather the stock spores. You betcha. Fungal. I forgot what these did. Complex cocktail of minerals and compounds. Oh! These were the things that we would put in the water and they would chase them. Yes. Yeah, see? They huddled around them. And they ate the tiny little spores. Another sample? Can I not reorganize these? It's gonna bother me. Upper forest. This isn't a forest, but carries the atmosphere of one, being immersed in interlocking natural processes of life and death. Sampling available. Stock scraper. Naming these stock scrapers for obvious reasons. You can check my notes back at the base. Large creature with translucent shell and jointed legs. For swimming and feeding. We are through. This place is overwhelming. So many new species. Set of smooth stones. Oh, this is a central reef. I saw on Manet's map that the shelf flattens out here. Okay. A set of smooth stones sitting together in a pile. Could a creature have gathered these here? Is this a nest? I don't know. Shady outcrop. The waters beneath this outcrop feel cool, oceanic. Soft currents scrape sand from the rock base. Onward. Wonder if I'm supposed to be using these to attract things and then scan them. The last line of thick stalks before the sandy plains of the central reef. Rippling silt. The ripples of silt bounce sunlight back up through the water, giving a golden glow. But this looks pretty. Central plain. Center of the reef is flat and sandy, with few rocks to attach to the stalks. The stalks struggled to seed these waters. There it is! I see the way station! Is it this? It's like it. Way station set up by Manet Namura. It's seen better days, but it still functions beneath the coating of stalks. This place is looking a little worse for wear. Let me see if I can find an access port. Wow. Give me a sec, I'm just trying to... Got it! Should be able to access any data stored here. Just open up the terminal and take a look. Spoofing user. Log download? Yes. Thank you, Trash Panda. But the map mentions something Manet calls the Bloom, out across the northern rift. She's been going back and forth to something there, studying it. A unique species, perhaps. What are you doing here? Why do you keep this discovery from the world, from me? Talking to myself again, or to whatever you are. Sorry, I don't mean. Let's head back to the research base. I need to think. This way station operational, we can call the base's retrieval drone from the utility panel. This drone will be able to pick us up from any area we've got map data for. Let's head to the base. I've got a lot to figure out. Okay. Oh, we can refill our power and oxygen here. Oh, nice. Okay, retrieval. Safe mode. Sample store. Hey, are you back online? Yes. Hooking up that strange casing of yours to the base took some work. And the OS here does not play nicely with whatever you are. Wow! Rude. But you should have access to select subsystems of the stack now. Mine looks to have repurposed some of them, so not everything is functional. Comms are shot, the generator is only partially working, and one of the retrieval drones is missing. But I booted up the drive bay's mapping system and sample storage. The lab is also online with analysis tools and an integrated taxonom. That's a hard word to say for me for some reason. Take a look. I've already logged the creatures we've discovered in our last dive. For any logged creatures, I'll also put sample requests in their taxonomy entries. So looking for another tree. To fulfill this request, find and transfer, I wasn't done. I can then use that data to add to the creature study. We need to register these species. Head down to the lab level and take a look. Also, mark sample requests on the dive map. That way you can grab key samples from our studies while we are out in the ocean. There's a lot of information all at once here. Going to back out soon while you were offline. I spotted a signal. Suit transponder. You can see its location on the dive map. I want to find it. Suit transponder means the suit, and a suit means Mine. Need your help. The suit takes both of us to pilot it, and it's the only one I've got. Once you're done exploring the base, load into the dive map, and we can head out from there. Oh my gosh, that was a lot of information all at once. Life support. Damage. Automatic repair not possible. Offsite assistance needed. Contact by call. Soft bodies. Thank you for the burrito. And the Milo treat. Did you find it? What is this little gremlin doing? Did you get it? Did you find it? Looks like she did. Key. You're so pretty. Yeah, you're a pretty kitty. You get cozy? You gonna make biscuits? Do we get biscuits? Oh my gosh, she caught that one! Oh my goodness. She grabbed it. Nice catch. Thank you both for the burrito treats. You gonna make biscuits? Biscuits? Good luck, Bugs. You're gonna do great. I believe in you. Spore catchers are small, soft-bodied creatures which move quickly through the water by using siphon jets. Their mantles, striped with bright colors that shift as they swim, allow the creatures to modify their movement through the water with precise flapping motions. Flappy Bird! Watching them navigate the water is hypnotic. Their rapid turns and loops showing incredible agility. Flitting through the water like a bat or bird. Spore catchers use this wide range of movement to pursue the various fungal spores that are produced by the reef's stalks. The spore catchers seem to be highly selective about which spores they wish to consume, suggesting that analysis of the stalk spores might tell us more about the spore catcher's behavior. Sketch. Stalk scraper. Are these just all the things that we've already scanned and recorded? Socially active of the reef creatures. And will call to each other when grazing or when frightened. Each specimen has a unique cloud pattern on its shell. I wonder how these are formed. What their significance is within communities. Reef stock. You got this. You're gonna do great. You're gonna do great. Thank you, Tegan. Thank you, thank you. Color dark amber to acid yellow. I wonder if the color of the sun, the star that's around this planet, has anything to do with why everything is like an amber or yellow color. Although it did say there's three suns, I think. The precise role of the sing socks is particularly obscure. The singing seems to connect with the sonic communication between stalks, as seen from the stalk's use of shrill sax as an alarm mechanism. But what are they communicating remains unclear. Strange and yet familiar. Signal stock. Bubble coated. Produce large bubbles I have named shrill sacs. Ah, so signal stock makes the shrill sacs. Okay. How do I go back? Sample analysis. Okay. Life support. Observation blister? Generator. Tidal turbines active, core stable. Baikal. Exoplanet extraction. Oops. Map. Signal priority. The base has detected a suit transponder at these coordinates. Could this be Minay? We'll have to head into the East Reef to find out. Here? Sample request? Sample request? Request? Okay. Should I do the sample request first? We won't be able to process. Well, let's go do sample stuff. I don't know how to actually leave. Oh. We dive from Central Reef. Gotcha. Kitty, please. Leaking spores from a wide slit in its side. They are carried across the soft sand by the currents coming from the East Reef. Can I zoom out further? No. Yawning chasm and strong currents of a wide rift. Hey. What are you doing with that chicken leg? Ooh, excuse me. Might there be a fossil record within such rocks waiting to be discovered? I don't know. Let's go. Let's find out. These are the other things, aren't they? Shrieker sacks? Trill sacks? I want to go this way. Stocks are noticeably absent from the sides of this northern rift. Why do they leave such a clear buffer zone besides it? Central Reefway Station lies within a bubble of calm, but just to its north, a massive rift brings strong currents through the reef. Oops, wrong button, sorry. Getting the scan and the move button confused. Passage between these rocks leads out into the howling currents of the northern rift. Outside the shimmering perimeter of the western stalk forest, almost nothing lives or grows on this finger of the reef. Why? This western side of the finger becomes increasingly enclosed by rocky outcrops as it leads towards the shallower water. Okay, we can't go there yet. Or maybe I need to go up in... It's okay, Milo. It's okay, buddy. Maybe we need to go up in depth. The Northern Rift is the largest of the cuts into the Central Reef. Crossing it without some way of navigating its currents would be suicide. Okay. Back down it is. Hello. That's a big stretch, buddy. It's okay. It's okay, bud. There's a solicitor at our door, and I usually just don't answer. Because we have a sign up that says, no soliciting! People refuse to read it. The heck? You ding dong, and then the cats get scared. It's okay, Milo. You're okay, bud. Hi, Mad Dog. How are you? Cannot go up or down. Some ruined equipment lies in the shelter of 2 boulders. An early way station site, perhaps? Looks like Minea has had to salvage parts of the base to build what she needs to survive. She must have been here many months before I arrived. Can I sample anything here? Across the open sand, I can see the faint shapes of stock colonies rising up in ordered rows. Maybe she planted those. Maybe. The edge of the strange terraces of the underwater forest, the stalk sits like a sentry, armed with a coating of bubbles. Patterns of stalks stretch back into the distance, pathways and terraces of some unknown design. This must be the western stalk forest. I want to go here. Sample. They all have the same properties. Full. Ah. Let me use one. I think I can move to these points. Row of stalks. Unlike the southern reef, the stalks here are ordered in curved rows, tightly packed and evenly spaced. Oh, I should have used it here. It's fine. Loaded stalk. These stalks bulge out from their bases, forming rounded pulsing growth that look discolored and stretched. They look ill. Panels bulging outwards in between the seams. Let's investigate. Big pathways. Curving between strangely corroded stones. Dotted with translucent bubbles. Rising wall of rock which shelters the southern reef. I can go this way. Let's go. Exploded growth. The rock behind this growth looks as if it has been melted. Oh. Thin sandy passage leads towards a clearing. Translucent areas stretching to break point whatever's inside. I want to go this way and see if there's anything that I can scan or sample over here. Stalk pathways. Curved avenues of stalks seem marked with loose perimeter around each bloated growth. Maybe they're trying to isolate the growth? Make sure it's not contaminated. Silently among the terraces, the stalk bristles bubbles waiting to breach at the first sign of a predator. Let's go this way. Sample. I think these are the drill sacks, yeah. Got a second round of interview. Oh, that was fast. Nice job. Oh, so you're back to being rogue. How many times have you...
This is better. I think this is better. Needs to put more silver because she put a lot of blonde in it.
Do you want to show everyone?
Okay, bye.
I mean, you went back to what you did the very first day.
No, the first one was very blonde. This one has the silver.
It's blonde at your roots, though.
Yes. But she didn't want to put more color because she didn't want my hair to fall out.
It's already falling out. Help!
Why are you looking at me like that?
Croft decided to do something hectic with her hair. I'm just explaining. You're having a midlife crisis and you want to change your hair. Ah! Why are you poking me? Stop! Stop!
I'm not having a midlife crisis.
Oh, you're not? Okay.
What the hell?
Then she comes in and attacks me. We all know it's true. It's okay. We'll just go this way. Yeah, I feel like they're... I think they're, like, quarantining the stocks. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna do something that I probably shouldn't, but... It didn't burst. Okay. I'm trolling? Yeah. Why not? She's always trolling me. The magic words, fully remote. I don't... There are some positions that just... You save money on having a remote employee. It's very hard to get behind the idea of relocation and forcing someone to go into an office when... it doesn't benefit anyone other than, you know, a landlord or something. Well, that's nice. I hope that, you get the second interview and it's soon and it goes well. Did they tell you what the interview process would look like? Like, is the second interview a more technical interview, a managerial interview. You have just 2. How does that work? Also, feel free not to answer anything you don't feel comfortable answering. Excuse me. You have a full panel interview next. Nice. I wonder if I should do something with these bloated spores. Oh, it burst. Look at that. I think I made a boo-boo. Oh, my oxygen is being affected. Let's get out of here. Okay. Don't make those burst. Got it. The other side of the negotiations. That's good. That's very good. How do you feel? How do you feel about it all? Like, are you feeling confident this would be a place that makes more sense to work at? A headache. What stands the final pathway stalks before the colony fades out into a sand and rock? Okay. This will use these here. And grab this last sample. More bloated stuff. Okay, let's avoid the bloated stalks. They seem to be ouchy. Maybe they're healing. This line of stalks marks the western edge of the colony. In this direction, a rock wall rises up beyond a sandy shelf. The side of the colony loops back towards its center, leading deeper between the stalks. I think so. It's what I'm good at. They seem to have a pretty good culture. That's good. I feel like a company that has a good culture, an inclusive place to work, and you find good people to work with, help you stay more engaged in your work for a lot longer. And no matter what the work is, it feels like you can get through it, you know? Compared to having to do crummy work with crummy cohorts, if that makes sense. So that's a good start. I hope that you find what you're looking for there. I know you've been really nervous about finding a place for some time. I hope this is a step in the right direction. When's your next panel interview? Is it soon? Is it a couple of days? Next week? Western wall rises up toward the shallowest part of the shelf, just meters below the surface of this planet-spanning ocean. Next Monday. That's not too far away. Do you have to, like, prepare for anything? Do you feel like you are well prepared? Or did they give you anything to kind of look after? Below the steep wall, a dark crescent-shaped sinkhole cuts into the shelf. Fallen rocks from the wall are strewn across the sand. I'm going in. The walls of this passage twist inward with thick veins of growth. We must be heading beneath the stalks. Bloated roots, sample candidate. Let's go. Thick bloated roots poke through the rock wall and something pulses within them. This is a rare chance to sample the stalk root network. I'm familiar enough with the work that it shouldn't be too hard. That's good. Do you have anyone there that you could talk to? Like, are you familiar enough with the company through that aspect, or is it just like working relations? Fungal root. Loaded root sampled from beneath a stock forest. Okay. Well, working relations. Well, that's good. That you have like some intel and it's not entirely. You're not going in blind. That's what I'm trying to say. I jokingly told some friends that I wanted to just start a gaming studio with them. That'd be amazing. If only. If only. There've been so many people that have been messaging me. Where are you going? Where are you working? Why are you leaving? uh. Oh my goodness. This is fine. Nunya. I just give them a general, like... Not here. How are you, Aswheels? Depending on who is asking, I'll give them more details, but a lot of the people seem to be interested in why I'm leaving, and if it's... I think a lot of them are asking because some people have left to go to a competitor. Or I don't think it's really a competitor, but like a... They don't do the same thing that we do as a company, but they do something within the same customer base. That makes sense. So I think a lot of people at the company are getting nervous. Getting nervous. This is a bloated node. I need to be careful. Another bloated node. Burst easily, expelling the toxic microbes held inside. It's enough data to log and classify these inflated stocks. I'm gonna call them reef bloats. Okay. Some vein or root must run through the spot as sand rumbles. Unseen movements. Are the bloats connected? Who knows? Danger they pose to the stock colonies. feeling me out. I just don't appreciate the, like, the rashness of it. If they really cared and they were really genuine about it, I feel like they should have asked a while ago. But it just feels like on my last couple of days, I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. Maybe that's a weird take. Maybe that's a weird take. Maybe I'm the weird one. With its chalky covering melted away by the bloat, this rock has dull metallic sheen. Oh, so these contain probably acid. That's why everything is melted. That's my guess. There's an angular ridge. North of here, an angular ridge ascends, cutting the shelf in two. Let's go. Tucked into the side of this corroded rock, a pile of stones with worn holes sit in the sand. Sample time? Oh. Sample time. An egg! I think we found an egg. Hopefully this creature that's swimming about doesn't get upset with me. I think I'm kind of trapped here, yeah? Spore catcher. Don't have many spores left. I think it's time to go back. Reef bloats are large bloated stalks that can be found at the western border of the reef. Intimidating in their size and distorted shape, they resemble inflating spore mushrooms. Covered in nodules of rampant fungal growth, their membrane, which is stretched by the bloating process to an almost translucent sheen, is darker than a typical stalk, making the stalks themselves a shade of sticky orange. What role the bloats play in the reef stalk network is not immediately obvious, but their pulsating, pumping motion suggests that the bloats are either processing or producing toxic microbes that are contained within their fragile membranes. Without analyzing the microbial colonies themselves, this will be difficult to ascertain. Guess I don't have any new info. Biosamples. Okay, let me go down here. Can't go up there yet. So this is what, southwest? Southwest. My head is tired. So we need to go southwest. Let's go this way. There's nothing else down this way, and we sort of already went west. Can I see like the larger map from here? Oh, there's a sample that I can collect. Oh. Okay. Uh-oh. Got a little close to the spicy one. More samples here, though. Okay. I guess I'll do it like right here. Small clearing between the avenues of stalks. I don't think we've gone down this way. Have we? We've not. Fragments of a shell recently shed, giant in the sand like shards of cloudy glass. Sample? Animal shell. Piece of a creature's shell with a cloud pattern. Interesting. This guy's just zooming about. Wonder if I need to go more this way. Haven't. Really gone south. Oh. I feel like I'm going back where I was. It's not really what I wanted to do. I can't get to this. Okay. Oh. Sampling. Samples, please. Nice. Okay. There's more bloaters. Watch out. I think we're sort of going not where we wanted to go. Or we'll try it. Yeah, we're going back towards this thing. wonder if there was a sample here or no. Nope. Just we go down. Can I go the other way? There's nothing down that way. Okay. You loafing, Milo? You loafing, bud? I think we can grab some more samples here. See if there's anything down this way. Seems like it's pretty encouraging to use the little shriek sack things. Definitely seems like that's what they want you to kind of do. I can't really go anywhere. That one's pretty close. I already went that way. I haven't found anything new in a while. So I wonder if I should just go back to the base and detect. Oops. A new sample location that we can try to make our way towards. Guess we'll just try to go east where that signal is, yeah? All outcrops of the northern edge of the current open waters beneath. Onward! Make our way east to the source of that transponder signal. You betcha. Oh, smooth into soft ripples. I don't know what to expect if the transponder is Benet's. There's some history between us, but I haven't seen her in years. Not since... Rama? Look, you don't need to worry about it. Let's just find her. Wow! Way to leave me hanging. Walls here have been smoothed into soft ripples, the sign of a strong current descending from the north. Well, I don't think we can survive a strong current, so let's go this way. Look there, a cave entrance cut into the side of the rift. Okay. Sorry, I keep bopping the microphone. Let's go then. Hidden shelf. Into the depths. Yeah, it's like Subnautica, but a text adventure instead. There's a strange evenness to the walls of this cave, almost as if it was a vast borehole drilled into the reef. These stalks even seem to get down here. Perhaps they are less reliant on sunlight than I initially thought. Maybe they're like based off of heat? We're deep in the rock now that formed these hollowed out caverns with their strange undulating waves. Wonder how the stalks survive without sunlight. Heat. I don't know. Maybe the animals that feed off of them bring them food, or they're networked somehow, yeah. Even has severed some sections of the stalk's root network stretching down from the forest above. What can they tell us? Fungal tissue. Tangle of silken roots from a stalk colony. Carbon enriched. This must be dropping off samples. Bright light from the east of this large cavern is broken up by tall pillars, casting strips of light and darkness across the smooth walls. Sorry, I'm like really tired today. These pillars punctuate the cavern stalks crowded around their bases. They support the vast weight of the reef above. Oh. Oh, what's that? What's that? Oh, it's a sporing stalk. These stalks are filling the water with spores. We should start logging information on them. These Bloated creatures are pumping clouds of spores out into the water. Around them, stalk colonies rise out of the sand. Sample? Clump of spores which seem to simulate stalk growth. These spores are different. The stalks nearby seem to be stimulated by them. Could these spores be used to make stalks extend? To bring them out of hiding? Maybe. Okay. The stalks seem to be shriveling up. Is it because they are too exposed to the withering currents? Maybe. This long stalk sits quietly beside a dying colony. Soon there won't be anything left for it to protect from scavengers. The rift, how can we cross it? The current here is so strong. The sporing stalks seem to require very particular conditions to grow. I've seen so few elsewhere on the reef. Large growths seem to be sustaining this colony with their spores. Perhaps they carry nutrients. The far side of the cavern narrows into darkness. I can feel a faint pulse of distant current ahead. Okay, we'll go this way. Should I use this guy here? Help that little spore guy out. I'll get a sample. Sample. Okay, that's growing. This is growing. Everybody's growing. Current must have once ran down this tunnel. Stock blockage. Stock blockage. Open it up. Hopefully there's no, like, leviathans. That'd be spooky. Light filters in the form of a large opening, making the spores... Oops. Drifting in the water glitter like sparks. It's pretty. Tucked behind this pillar, perhaps this stalk grew here as an early warning for predators coming through the cave mouth. Look, those stalks in the cave mouth, they're retracted. Vector blocked. They blocked the current. These spores encourage them to extend and fill the tunnel. I need to go get more of these. I think I'm out of the spores that help grow things. Oh, that was not the growy symbol. It's okay. Sporing stock. Definitely a correlation between the struggling stock colonies and the sporing stocks. Are they helping support these colonies? Another of these growths supporting a smaller colony at the cavern's edge. Is there logic to where these grow? A pattern, perhaps? Persnatch? Excuse me. I don't know if I'm supposed to be dropping off, like, the eggs. In a specific location, or not. Look out! The rift! Retracted stock colony. If we can get them to extend, they'll provide shelter from the current. Handful of stalks cling to the rift wall here, blown into spiraling shapes with the rushing currents. Wall feels the full force of the current. Perhaps it can be slowed upstream somehow. Or snaps. Even this close to the wall, the darkness of the deep rift is intimidating. A huge slit in the face of the world. How deep does this even go? Could be slowed or navigated this place. This is the place to do it, where the rift narrows and a gap opens up on both sides. Well, I need samples. I don't have enough samples. Let's go here and grab a sample. Oh, I think this is the... Yeah, the other one. I don't need that. Fungal signal. Yes, okay. I need a few more of these. I don't know what to do with these other ones. Maybe plant a eggy? Huge pillar sits out from the wall here. It's a top cracked pillar. We're across. Thank you, Stocks. Oh, thank you. You too. You're welcome. Another smooth tunnel leads towards the light. Circle of warm light shows this tunnel opens up into the upper shelf in the east. Let's go. Oh, what's over there? Bright petals. These bright, wide petals appear to be photosynthetic plants. These are beautiful plants. Single petals shifting the sunlight. Let's start logging data on them. Of course. These plant-like creatures seem unrelated to the reef stalks. Their soft petals waving on thin stems. Feels good to be out in the sunlight again. Let's head northeast along this finger of the reef. The transporter is at the tip. Watcha. Forming fields of bloomed, all angled towards the sun. Fractured outcrops all around break up the worst of the northern current. Protecting the sandy shelf. A colony of stalks has twisted itself tightly across this gap in the rocks. Could they be protecting something? Is it gonna be mad if I do that? Where the rock shelf has fallen away into the rift, the roots of the canopy above have been exposed. We can sample them. Sampling. Root fungal. Root of a stalk canopy made of many twisted filaments. Stalk canopy. These stalks are twisted together into a huge canopy. These canopies are spectacular. I'll start logging observations and see what we can learn. Okay. Okay. Outcrops on this shelf are cut through with huge cracks as if they were shattered somehow. What could have done this? Yes. Stalks have grown across this gully, reconnecting the two huge pieces of rock that look like they must have been one. Uh-oh. Out of lasty bits. We go this way then. It'll seem to simmer as they twist and open. It's difficult to tell if this is involuntary or part of the plant's own movement. Towering canopy of woven stalks pulsates in a soft current, the sunlight slipping through the gaps in the branches. I know this is just like a text-based game, but there's a lot of imagery that I'm getting here from a lot of the descriptors that they're using. It's great. On some petals, there's a thick clump of pollen on the lower part. I wonder how this is dispersed. It seems too heavy to float away. High up in the wide canopy, I can see that the stalks are twisted around strange ribbed growths. What are they holding up there? Shimmer blooms. Wide single petal plants that come in a variety of hues. I'm gonna name these plants shimmer blooms for the way they catch the sunlight. I wish I could share these discoveries with Monet. There's still so much to say. Bright petals line this part of the reef, shimmering and swaying, parting easily as I pass among their delicate forms. Sample? Seed. Bird pollen extracted from petals in the east reef. Fed by spores, shielded by a colony of stalks, this part of the reef seems to have fostered the ideal conditions for its own survival. Another way station ahead? I don't know. Reef cap. They must have built them all across the reef. The center of the shelf is a beautiful clearing, screened from currents and predators. No wonder Monet set up a way station here. Way station! Yay! In the scattered shadows of golden canopies, knee-deep in shimmering petals, this way station sits silent. Map data. Humida powers. My oxygen seems to be okay, but we'll look at it anyway. She was looking for something out in the ocean, something deep from the descents she logged here. Minnie doesn't do things at random. The way stations, the research base, this is calculated. I feel like we are already 10 steps behind her. And we barely even started. That's a mood. Let's get to that suit transponder. It isn't far from here. Yes. We head straight north. To the shelf's edge, it should be there. Okay. I need to use the restroom. But this doesn't seem like it's super far away. This canopy has many gaps between its higher stalks, as if something has fallen out or been removed from it. Like many of the large rocks on this shelf, this outcrop has been split, creating a passage to the east and another to the north. I'm gonna run to the restroom really quick. No, it's probably close to this next little checkpoint that we have, but I just need to take a small break. Make sure you guys get up, walk around, take a break yourself. And I'll see you in a moment. Maybe. Welcome back. Thank you for your patience. I needed to take something for my headache. Sorry about that. But we are back. What is it, Milo? What is it, buddy? Okay, so we're gonna go north and see if we could find something here. Surrounded by shimmering petals, a pulsing stalk pumps out pores. These carbon-rich particles feed plants too. Swirl of sand suggests this passage leads to the reef's edge. Well, let's go! Inside of the finger feels exposed, but thanks to its current spilling outcrops, it remains in a bubble of calm. Towering canopies of stalks entwined around ribbed growths. I've named these table stalks after the table corals they remind me of, along my notes back at the base. Okay. At this tip of the shelf, the outcrops fall away to reveal an unrestricted view of the vast ocean. It is both terrifying and beautiful. That's a mood. See something at the edge. This? An open, empty, half-sunk sand. Is that the suit? Why did she leave it here? And more importantly, where did she go? Definitely Minet's suit, but no Minet. Surely she isn't... Okay, let's not jump to conclusions. I want to take a look at this. Can't have been here long. Most of it is still in good condition. But how did it get out here? There's no evidence of injury, a malfunction perhaps. What do you think? Yeah. Where is she? Did she have just swum to the surface? Swum. What a weird word. Did she intend us to find it? Minet, what did you get yourself into here? It's better equipped than our suit, but the seals have started decaying. What's this? Minet has rigged up some kind of custom propulsion system, probably to deal with the currents. We can use this. We'll need a power source. Won't run off the suit's system. Seems like she fashioned some kind of microbial fuel cell. We'll need to recreate it if we want to use it. Okay, let's get this back to base so I can take a better look. Minet, you better not have done something stupid. Didn't come all this way here to bury you. Let's go. Call for a drone pickup. Poppy. Restarting. Downtime 3.6 hours. Minet's gone, and she's left behind one hell of a mess. The space is falling apart, cannibalized to build way stations out in the ocean. The communications array sliced away, life support failing. Where did she even commandeer this research base from? You there? Yes. In the past few hours working on Minet's suit, bad news, the majority of it is unusable. Apart from the propulsion system Minet pulled together, but we are going to need a power source. Minet's suit logs mentioned her building a fuel cell using microbes from the Western Reef. Oh, the ones that explode? They don't say much else. She's been incredibly secretive while she was here. Covering her tracks across the reef, as if there was something watching, or she's just... I don't know. The Minet I know is tricky, complicated, but not paranoid. Either way, if we want to recreate her propulsion system, we'll need those microbes. When you're ready, let's head to the Western Stock Forest and see what we can find. Okay. Okay. Or even did she commandeer this research base? There's no way Baikal would have supplied it willingly after what she did to them. What she did to them? What did she do? What did she call me out here for? To witness her disappearance? Or did she simply want me to encounter, as she did, the impossible life of this ocean? How could it have gone ignored for hundreds of years of exploration and conquest? Great question. There are too many questions even to begin. All I can do is keep an account of what is happening here, so that if I can't answer these questions, someone else might. It'll be weeks, maybe months until the next ship passes, close enough to pick up my shuttle's transponder. Till then, I'm alone. This place is unbelievably important. Our first contact with life beyond Earth, but something else is happening here too, and I need to know what it is. Mine's suit open to the ocean. Empty. What has she done? Trying hard to reconcile the Mine I once knew with the evidence in front of me. When I met her on Kepler 62F, she was intense and quiet, but calculated. Intelligent. She wasn't someone to take unnecessary risks, to leap into the unknown. At first I found her impossibly intimidating. Her experience working as a biologist far outstripped my own. Baikal brought me to the site as a consultant to examine her discoveries, but I felt like one under examination. The base was much like this one, a smaller, older model sunk in a subglacial ocean. Someone might think a relationship was inevitable, given those intimate conditions, but it was the base that brought me to her. It was that intensity. Over the few years since I have tried not to dwell on what happened on Kepler 622F, but being here, living where she has lived, following her scattered steps, it is impossible not to remember. I want to know what she did. What happened? Pale yellow canopies formed from many stalks intertwined together, which reach impressive heights. Table stalks are part of the reef's many interlocking species of stalks. Though these individuals can only be found in the eastern reef, they tower over the other creatures, providing dappled shade for the life that grows around them. One of the notable features of table stalks is the rhythmic opening and closing of their pores, which provide a steady flow of water beneath their canopies. This seems to be highly beneficial to the growth of other species, which most table stalks being surrounded by many types of stalks and other species entirely. Also notable are the ball-shaped growths on differing sizes, which sit high in the table stalk's canopies. Sampling these might help us understand the table stalks better. Okay. Shimmer blooms are single-petaled plants found primarily in sheltered waters of the East Reef. Do you want the fan? She's like, yes, the fan is nice. Yes? You like this? The fan? It's okay. As these produce pollen as well as photosynthesize, I classified the visible portion of these plants as petals, though they could also be thought of as leaves, serving both functions simultaneously. Simmer blooms can be green, like most terrestrial plants. However, they can also be found to be yellow, red, or purple in color. The image of a patch of blooms is a beautiful one. And as they shift in the soft currents, they often seem to shimmer. The lower part of their single petal features many small stamens, which provide a fluffy, clumped pollen. Analysis of this pollen may provide some insight. Anything else new? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so I need to go this way. Okay. Looks like there's a few sections on this map. Until we get the propulsion thing, I think this is a no-no. Okay, let's go west then. My brain is tired. West we go. Look at Gremlin. Her camera's messed up again. Let me fix that. Key. Thank you, Mad Dog. So pretty. Yeah. You're pretty. Yeah. Little gremlin. Oh, fluffy butt. I need to wash her blanket, I think. Is it time for a wash? Is the blanket all fluffy? Was it these things? No. Going this way. I didn't think it was those. Maybe it was. Monet's map data mentions a microbe which only occurs in the stock forest. You can find our healthy colony. 4 healthy colonies. It will make the ideal basis for the propulsion system fuel cell. Okay. But I have too many. Like, there's too many of these. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with the samples. Can I expand my sample store? Got a little paws crossed. It's cute. Now I'm full. So what am I supposed to do with these other things? Was I supposed to, like, put them somewhere? Because I can't interact with this map while I'm not in... I needed 4, so I have to get rid of 2 things. I'm just gonna get... I'll just do that. I'll get those back. Yes, I don't know. Maybe it's the acid? Those are strange inflated stalks. They look like sporing growths we found in the eastern caves, but there's something wrong with them. Break them open. See if they respond. Well, they respond, and they're affecting my oxygen level. Incredibly toxic. Yes. Get me out of here. Lost a lot of reserve oxygen. We're gonna need to be fast when sampling. Okay. You got it. Oh, but now I don't have floaty bits. Just needed 4, right? Great. Now we have plenty of these microbial things. Where did this infection come from? That's a great question. As part of the expected life cycle? What do you think? No. I agree. This feels like a rare event. Epidemic, perhaps. But what is the source? Well, we got a root. Okay, let's go back to the base. Downtime, 4.2 hours. Ready to get back to work? Sure. Very productive few hours. Nice. Been working on that propulsion system. I use these 4 microbial samples to grow a new colony in the lab. When I transferred it to the source, secure containment capsule, nice and snug. Followed what I could from Monet's notes on building a microbial fuel cell. All loaded. Okay. Take the suit out for a test drive. It's going to take plenty of oxygen to fuel the colony, so bring any samples that help out. Make sure not to take any we haven't put through analysis in the lab level first. Wait, am I supposed to be putting samples in here? Because there's no way for me to do that. I want to burn through hours of research material just to get a power boost. The propulsion system will let us pass through strong currents and move more quickly. Should be able to cut across that rift north of the way station and see what the bloom finally is. Ready whenever you are. Yeah, but how am I supposed to put samples here? There's no way for me to do that right now. At least it doesn't seem like it. I already read this. Something new? No. I don't know what's gonna help with oxygen. I forget which. Fungus helps. Controls and the utilities for sampling and everything else. Okay. So you found the propulsion system, let's try it out, but remember, it uses oxygen, so be careful. Right across the Northern Rift, okay. The Northern Rift we go. I thought it was this way. Yeah, here. Incredibly wide and deep. Here goes nothing. Start up the propulsion system and let's cross. Meow. Not really reading the description because timer things make me nervous. Something on the other side. A huge green cloud rising up from the shelf. Uh-oh, that's not good. Must be the bloom. Maybe it's the fungus. Bad fungus? Yeah, it seems like bad fungus. Water inside is totally anoxic. Suit's rebreather can't function. We'll have to run on reserve oxygen while we're inside this place. I don't like the idea of that. but if this is what we have to do, then let's do that. Are we gonna have enough oxygen to get across? I feel like reading the text while we're in danger zones is not... It's not good. Highly oxygenated, temporarily filtered. Should be useful. There's life still hanging on inside this toxic bloom, creating safe zones in order to thrive. Your sample? Cool. What is it? Come here. Oh, you doing? Thank you, nothing's working. Good morning. Okay, so these are safe little pockets. Gathered among awesome spies. Onward! Sample? I don't know what to do. Just get rid of one of these others? Just put that over there. Fan dust. Bloom oxygenating dust. From a filtering fan. Oh, so we probably need these. And get rid of poison blobs. And for more useful samples. Yalls. Here the rocky shelf of the reef flakes away into the large fragile sheets with razor sharp edges. That seems not safe. Yep. This bronze shell sits half buried in the sand. There's some kind of shelled creature. Need to figure out how to tempt it out of its burrow. Perhaps a sample from somewhere else in the bloom? Something that reacts with the microbial growth itself. Reacts with it. Nope. Nope. Negative? No, probably one of the other ones. I've gone through all my samples. Not really reading the ones that are in danger areas. Seeing these processes in such scale. I don't know. Small area clear, oxygenated water. Getting spicy. The faint fizzing that emerges from these fans appears to be caused by the coating of their spines reacting with the bloom. Nothing but sharp rocks and green water. Bloom is blindingly thick here, though to the southwest something glows between the microbial clouds. Features hide from the bloom's toxicity. I don't have anything to make that come out. Almost out of oxygen. Protected by the sheer wall of the bloom's central ridge, these open nests flutter with movement. They're swarms. Skeleton. Oxygen bubbles. They resemble radiolarians, but far bigger in scale. They're incredibly ornate. Colony of shattered domes lying in silvery silt. Oh. They do a thing. Make little pockets. Must be nests. We can use this. Create our own safe zone inside the toxic blood. Okay. Oh, it didn't do anything. Maybe I used the wrong one. these last? Need to go back and get some more. Oh, there are no more. Uh-oh. I thought it would make more. Can I give myself more oxygen? Oh, they'd eventually die off, too. That's good to know. Not really looking at the subtext, sorry. I'm afraid that I'm gonna die. I hope there's another safe zone. Looks like it. Must have been a struggle to assemble the metallic cage of this way station so deep in the bloom. Finally, a way station. With this active, being a call for the retrieval across the bloom, useful when we get run low on oxygen. Open the terminal, we can resupply. Yes. Nice job. And we got map data. A laboratory? That means she must have set up a remote lab somewhere deeper in the bloom. She spent months making trips to it, ferrying some materials from elsewhere in the bloom to here. She was studying something. Something important to her. Dun dun dun. Good to find that lab. I'll log the coordinates on the dive map when we get back to base. Okay. Okay. Into the abyss. More of these creature things, but I can't draw them out of their little shell. We'll have to read about them when we get back to base. wonder if I should have charged up the little boost thing. Pale delicate fans to feed on the bloom. Bloom fan. I'm naming these bloom fans. When we finally get out of this place, I'll update the bases. Taxonomy logs. Okay. Okay. Oxygen. Oh, I see another safe zone. What's in the safe zone? Is this where we were? No, because they're white, not orange. Fizzing seems to disrupt, but physical objects can sneak through. We lived here before the bloom came. Millions of tiny grains, perhaps the broken down remains of those silicate skeletons. Gather here in soft, sparkling waves. We're going. Strange little creatures. Bacteria and a colony. It's a blob. Bloom bubble. Oh. The bloom seems bad. Bloom growth. Bubbles that form the most dense areas of the bloom. All of the species lives and analyze things back at the base. Okay. Back to the base we go. Oh, little creatures come out and fix stuff. The blobbies. full. Okay. Back to the base. I don't know how I'm supposed to put things in the base's, like, laboratory. $5.1 It keeps getting longer. Yes, now we can do it. Well, I don't want these things. Hey, yes. I wanted to ask you about the bloom. I've been trying to understand what is causing it. Seems unlikely that we're looking at a stable ecosystem. It has to be a unique event. And yet creatures have rapidly and effectively adapted to these conditions. How is that possible? Well, life finds a way. Maybe. Find the lab. Okay. Bloom veins conceal themselves in bronze-colored shells, most of the time only coming out when the opportunity to feed presents. Ah, so we gotta get one of the ones where the little zoomy monsters come out. Little zoomy spores. Highly attuned to the currents and flows of the bloom. 5-valve bloom veins take advantage of any break in the bloom's flow to unfold from their shells and feed. They feed primarily on the bloom's microbial growth itself, able to quickly establish and maintain a feeding zone of oxygenated water. When a bloom vein tires, it will then retreat back into its shell, burying itself in the silt once more. I'd like to understand more about how the bloom veins are able to feed directly on the microbes of the bloom, considering the extremely high toxicity. Perhaps something we uncover here could be useful for future expeditions into the unforgiving landscape of the bloom. Bloom fans. They're delicate and pale fan-shaped creatures that filter the toxic microbes of the bloom. As tall as a human and as wide as and with a wide span of pale spines that form a feather-like shape, they are instantly recognizable in the green clouded water of the bloom. Anchoring themselves into the sand with a central stem, the bloom fan's filtration leads into a small patch of oxygenated water on the landward side of the fan. Bloom fans seem to be sensitive to currents, adjusting their angle for better catchment of microbial growth, and also can often be seen shivering in order to free their delicate filaments of bloom growth. How they contend with the high toxicity in deoxygenated waters of the bloom is unclear, but perhaps analysis of the dust that coats their spines may offer some clues. More samples. Bloom froth. These clusters of opaque green bubbles can be found clinging to surfaces in the quieter areas of the bloom, where currents do not disturb their growth. They appear to be accumulations of the bloom's microbial growth, the green clouds that create this vast toxic cloud of anoxic ocean water. The bloom itself is a mysterious phenomenon, similar to terrestrial algae blooms, hence the name Manet gave this part of Gilsay 667 C's ocean. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, sorry. But far more potent in its strength and seemingly much longer lasting, as much of the life in this sector is adapted to these extreme conditions. The similarity to terrestrial blue-green algae, aka cyanobacteria, has led me to classify the species as bacteria. But this thesis needs to be tested. Perhaps by analyzing this froth, we can understand the underlying chemical process taking place here. Ooh. 5 map. Oh, we gotta go super far west. Is there not another way station? It's just in the bloom. Communication still out? Yep. Life support. Any new logs? No. 34% efficiency.